welcome to Simply Drawful. I'm Tay. With me today I have Christian.
What's up?
And I have Kay.
Yo.
Today we are going to be looking into the world of Sentai. For those who don't know, Power Rangers is a Sentai. Christian, you explain it.
Okay, so for those who don't know, Sentai is basically like a group of people, usually teenagers or whatever it may be, who transform into superpowered beings, typically like in helmets and lycra suits. So as Tay did mention, Power Rangers to fight the forces of evil. And then I think the most famous in Western media, again, is Power Rangers. But then there have been other iterations of it since then.
There was Beetleborgs.
Common Rider.
What was that? What's Common?
VR Troopers.
VR Troopers,
yeah.
and I think Kikaida was what started it all, or the Kikaider. That was pretty big when I was growing up. Yeah. So I thought it'd be kind of cool, and we came up with this like collaborative effort of trying to like pay homage to that. And then what I really liked about Power Rangers, or at least from all these different like Sentai series, is that each group was sort of themed after something else. So like with Mighty Morphin, it was like these quote prehistoric creatures with like Tyrannosaurus Rex and like saber-tooth tiger and whatnot. We thought it was like, okay, like what is like something that's like super mundane that we can turn into something incredibly extraordinary. And we thought like, what if we just took house pets and made them into Sentai? And that's what kind of
it started
going.
Yeah, we started there. We evolved much further.
Oh, from there.
So I took with that and obviously misunderstood everything. And I went, so like a bird and a bird Zord and a dog Zord?
Right.
And we thought that was a wonderful idea. But then we were like, do they turn into like this anthropomorphic like Sentai outfit thing? And then I realized, no, what would be the best thing is that if we have these robotic Sentai outfits and they're just filled with house pets. So the bird transforms into a robot controlled by a bird, which then pilots a giant bird robot. And when they all come together, they turn into a giant
like humanoid.
Yeah.
So we have animals piloting human robots who pilot giant animal robots who all come together to form a giant human robot.
Exactly. Because that sounds amazing.
That's a show we'd all watch.
Okay, so the first character that I'm drawing is the Bird Ranger. I think this is what started it all, because I have a pet bird at home, this lovely little cockatiel. And I thought, like, how funny would it be if she just became like a Power Ranger? So I'm basing it off my own pet bird. She has kind of like an attitude. And I think when we had talked, like how each kind of suit has its own sort of power, unique to the animals themselves, on top of having like their own unique weapon and things like that. So I thought it would be kind of cool. The fact that she's a bird is to give her like this mini, not really sort of jetpack, but something like Sam Wilson, the Falcon.
The Falcon in Captain America.
Captain America, like he has a backpack, who has like wings that pop out. Kind of like that to enable her to fly. Nothing too fancy looking, but it does the job.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like what, alien technology, so.
Yeah.
Right. And the animals, they do talk telepathically to each other.
They have to use animal puns.
They use animal puns.
Yes, animal puns.
Did we want it though so the robot suits actually read the telepathic vibes from them so the robots actually talk?
I would like the robots to actually talk and use animal-inspired puns.
Right.
Yes.
Do they actually have names, or do they just go by like the pet?
The pet name.
The pet.
The
animal name?
Yeah, the animal name given to them by their human.
Yeah, because otherwise she's going to be the Yellow Ranger, right? She's going to be the Canary Yellow.
Yeah.
Could we just go by, like, Canary Yellow?
Like their colors?
Yeah.
She's just Canary Yellow.
Canary Yellow.
She does, obviously the bird inside has a name and she'll go by that. The other animals will call her that. But when they're fighting, they go by their color name.
Color name, yeah.
So she's the Canary Yellow. Do we want to go over the other animals we've chosen right now?
Well, we can, real quick.
So the red one is a dog.
Red Rover.
Yes!
The Red Rover.
That's perfect.
That is perfect.
How did that work out so amazingly?
He is the Red Rover. We have a black cat.
Okay.
Who just goes by, I guess, Black Cat.
That's perfect.
The green one is a chameleon. Blue one is a beta,
beta
fish.
fish.
Yeah.
Because we can just go beta blue.
Oh, I like beta blue.
Yeah, I like beta blue.
Well, what was the name of our pet?
I believe Pet Force.
Oh, Pet Force?
Furry.
You don't really find out. Like, no one really knows that they're actually, like, animals. Everyone just assumes that they're humans.
This takes place in the normal universe. It's not like it's a bunch of anthropomorphic animals who become superheroes. No, these are everyday animals, get into a robot suit, fight evil.
They make a humanoid Zord. The Red Ranger is usually the team leader, right?
Right.
But I think we have a problem because the cat thinks she should be in charge.
Oh my gosh, yes. I think the cat would have the most attitude.
So the cat has the most attitude, thinks she should be in charge, and the dog's just like, okay. And then they try to form the ultimate Zord, but since the dog is a corgi Zord, he's one of the legs, and it turns out that one of the legs is just
It's super
too
short. Right.
So he has to be the head, and she has to be one of the
She
legs.
has to be legs.
And she's just, she's so upset about it.
Damn it.
Because obviously she is so much more capable.
Well,
Right.
yeah.
So she's Canary Yellow, but what is her human given name?
Oh my gosh, I never thought about that yet. Because I only have the one bird, but what are typical bird names?
She's Beaky.
She's Beaky.
Beaky, also known as...
Canary Yellow.
Yep.
Alright, so what are the names of the other ones? So we got
Kit, we've got Beaky,
Bubbles.
Bubbles, the chameleon, I think his name would be something like Jerry.
Yes.
Yeah, because there's always that one pet that has a name that's like, what? Alright.
Yeah.
It sounds like the least pet-like.
And Jerry is like the most insecure pet out of all of them. He's not even sure why he's on the team, even though he brings a lot to the team. He doesn't think he does.
And for somebody that can transform into other things,
Yeah.
like he's the most insecure. Like, oh, Jerry.
And that's why I wanted Jerry. Jerry.
Jerry. So, like, do the owners ever notice that they're gone? Like,
I would think for some of them, yes. Like the cat, probably not. But the bird, the fish, chameleon, those things are in cages.
Right, 'cause
or
that's-
tanks. So I think you would notice if suddenly it just was gone.
Right.
I think that's part of it. I think that's the hilarious hijinks that they get up to.
I think so. At first, they're just like, oh no, where'd they go? And then like an hour later, they're back and they're just like, oh, okay. I just overreacted.
That's so funny.
Or like, you can't find the Black Cat. You're assuming that they're finally going to realize that Black Cat has left the building. And then you just hear this meowing, and then they follow the meowing, and it turns out she's in like a sock drawer. And they're like, oh, you've been in a sock drawer for the past hour and a half. Of
Silly
course.
thing.
Yeah, that sounds like something the cat would do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I imagine they teleport out of there.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So she's the clever one. So she
Yeah.
purposely goes to a sock drawer so they don't ever worry.
The dog, they're like, how do you keep getting out of the backyard?
Right.
Like, how do you do this?
Do what I want. We've all had that dog.
Right,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah.
And with the bird, maybe the bird knows that if she's just yelling a bunch,
they'll cover it.
cover her cage, and she
Oh,
just has this tiny
yes.
communicator that makes loud bird noises. So they
Oh,
just
that's
assume-
smart. Yeah, that she's still in there. Oh, okay. So, like, Skinner basically provides them with all
Alibis.
forms. Yeah. Yes. All right.
So we've got Beaky and Canary,
Canary yellow.
Perfect. All right. I guess I'll be up next.
All right. Cool.
And I'm going to draw us the chameleon, who we named Jerry.
Jerry.
Yeah.
Jerry.
We pretty much decided he's kind of the Eeyore of the group.
Yeah.
While everybody throwing out weird poses, Jerry doesn't do any of that.
No. Jerry he's just not comfortable in it. Like, literally in his own skin.
Yeah.
So, and we talked about Jerry's like suit power. As a diversion, he can turn into another the Pet Force.
Right, like another color.
Yeah, and throw people off that way. But usually you can tell because they are acting not in character, and you're just like,
Right.
why is Canary Yellow? They're not posing. We're flying around.
Right, or like, why is Red Rover just standing there? He's usually very chipper. It's like, that's the fakie. But then by the time they realize,
They're been attacked by the real one.
there you go. So it actually works out.
Yeah.
So maybe that kind of like plays into his like introversion. Is that like, I'm not really a fighter. I'm just kind of used for decoy or whatever.
But he eventually learns, being the decoy.
It comes with its merits.
Part of the team.
Yeah.
So we talked about the controls a little bit for these animals in these suits. And we came up so with the bird, it's really just the bird in the helmet, and inside is just a bunch of pictures that it just pecks when it wants a different pose.
Yeah.
I just see these as animals in Skinner boxes.
Yes.
our Zordon character, his name's got to be Skinner.
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
Does that mean the tiny little robot is Pavlov?
Oh,
so.
shit.
Yeah. Yes, he's Pavlov.
So, like, how Beaky's Sentai name was Canary Yellow, does Jerry have one for, like, the Green Ranger?
He does. He doesn't like to talk about it.
So the color names for everybody else, we've got Red Rover, Canary Yellow, Prancing Pink,
Prancing Pink, yeah.
Prancing Pink for Bubbles.
Beta Blue,
A Black Cat.
Black Cat.
Yeah.
We needed a term for green, and
We couldn't find one.
I mean, we could do like the sage scales or something, but
yeah.
you know, we found a shade of green that really spoke to us, so we're gonna stick with that. And he's just Pickle.
Just the pickle.
Just
like
the
not
pickle.
even an adjective.
No, not an adjective, just the Pickle.
Oh my god. And Jared's just like, wait, Skinner what? And Skinner's just like,
He just laughed and went, yeah, I thought it was funny.
I thought it was funny. It's kind of cute. I mean, come on. Like, it's cute. You're a pickle.
So his suit does have like a robot tail too.
Oh, that's so badass.
Yep. So I have a feeling that since nobody realizes these are actual house pets, like all of the bad guys just make really bad furry jokes.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like, so you guys really like animals, do you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, animals are the best.
Oh, and they're so oblivious. Because they don't...
Yeah.
They
don't know what furries are.
Right, that's
Why
just
would your
their
house
real
pets know what
lives.
furries are?
Right.
So all of the bad guys are just really weirded out by all of these rangers or whatever we're
Pet Force.
pet force.
Pet Force.
What kind of monsters do they mostly fight? I mean, what's their main villain?
Oh, yeah. We need sort of like a big bad. Would it be somebody who's like... It's like Skinner's rival.
Skinner's rival would be Noam Chomsky.
Oh, God.
Just Chompy.
Yeah, Chompy. We could do Chompy. Noam Chompy. I'm okay with this development. Like, I'm completely okay with this nerdy development.
Right, so I'm thinking Skinner never explicitly states this to anyone specifically, but we kind of see it in like flashbacks or something. It's like, what if like the original Green Ranger, like his name was actually like Pickle or something, and he was like one of the greatest fighters. But to get him to unlock his true potential as like a ranger, like he eventually finds out that like Pickle was this like great warrior.
Yes.
He's like, wow, I could be like, I love being Pickle now.
Like, and Jerry's the one that's constantly questioning things.
Oh, yeah.
Like, should we be doing this? Like, what are we even doing? And,
Right.
and Skinner decides like, okay, but it's time to go now, and you guys get treats when you come back.
Right, and everyone's like, oh yeah,
yeah,
let's do
awesome.
treats. So we know that Chompy, you said, was the big bad?
Yeah, Noam Chompy.
No, Chompy. What kind of minions does he send?
Well, no makes me think they come from like under the surface.
Okay.
I mean, they may not.
As in Mighty Morphin, like Rita Repulsa was just like stationed on the moon,
Yeah.
Yeah.
conveniently just watching. So he could be coming from like the underground. I was thinking like kind of where Godzilla and the Isle of Monsters, kind of in that sort of realm, not necessarily underground like underneath the city, but like
Yeah.
maybe from a distance still, almost like in the same way that Rita Repulsa was on the moon.
Well, I like the idea of them, living outside the city. They have to send the monsters towards the city, so our guys
Yeah.
are always trying to stop them before they get there.
True, yeah. I want to say grounding this in reality as much as possible, but whatever.
Besides having robot humans piloted by animals.
By house pets. Right, but I think having the villain closer to Earth kind of like gives it more of a stake in trying to fight for it, because they know the ins and outs of the planet and the city that they're trying to fight for.
Is the gnome, is he actually an alien, like invasion? Like they just crash landed under the planet? Or have they just like been subsurface monsters living underground for so long now they just want to conquer the Earth?
Oh, what if... Do you think they just kind of like sort of developed underground, like from like subterranean sort of like species of aliens?
At one point they were aliens, they crashed down on Earth and they burrowed underground.
And now they're kind of
And now they're like, maybe like they were small and like they had burrowed underground to grow a little bit. And they have powers to make themselves grow even bigger, because that's why we need the Zords.
Right. So how were these, 6 particular pets chosen? Because remember, like in the Power Rangers...
They had attitude.
Teenagers with attitude, right?
So I liked the idea of they were good boys or girls. So their owner, maybe there was something in the universe, some cosmic ray or whatever, detected how many times an owner called a certain pet a good boy or girl.
Right.
Out of all of the pets, these are the best boys and girls.
That's great.
Because as our main guy, which we haven't really talked about a whole lot yet, our Zordon type guy, he had these robot suits. He tried to like have them just control themselves, but they actually kind of turned evil. So he just needs a really good boy or girl to control them.
Which turns out is just pets in the universe.
Yeah.
Right. Which could be an episode in itself later on. All right. There's Jerry.
Jerry the pickle.
The pickle. Aww.
I mean, it just sounds like he should have some sort of adverb or just verb or something. Like,
Right.
No,
but he doesn't.
he's just
The pickle. So there we go. All right, Kay is up next. She is drawing Beta Blue. The fish's name is Gillicuddy, correct?
Yeah.
Yes, Gillicuddy is Ranger, whatever pet force name, fighter's name is Beta Blue.
Beta Blue as the blue Pet Force Ranger.
Yes. In our show, Pet Force Go.
Pet Force Go, the finalized title for this series.
Yep.
We decided off screen.
Which we're excited about. We might actually turn this into a comic, a webcomic, or maybe something. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
This is just part 1, so
Yeah,
you'll see more of us later.
Yeah, I would say we got part 2 of this coming next week, where we'll tackle the other 6.
The other 3,
Forcers.
yeah.
Or other 3, yeah.
Other 3, yeah.
Maybe the Enforcers.
Oh, yes. I like that. The
Okay.
Enforcers.
They enforce the goodness on the world.
Who's a good boy? Oh, that's a tagline.
Yes.
Perfect. So what can you tell us more about Beta Blue? I mean, we've kind of talked about a bit.
So, Beta Blue is very aggressive. So, even though he is a good boy, he is a good boy by sort of beating the shit out of things.
Great. I mean, so Gillicuddy's like his owner into beta fish fights, and Gillicuddy was so good, he always won. That's why he was always a good boy.
Oh, wow. Never really thought of it that way.
You can say something's a good boy a lot of times, even if they're really
not
good.
trying to do good things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do
It's like,
good things.
I wanted you to do this bad thing for me, you did it, good boy.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I don't know.
So then we would have this problem where it's like, he's a good boy, but he's really not a good boy. He
He's
likes
in that, like, that's sort of, like, almost gray area. But he never really did it by choice. Because he was kind of, like, forced into it.
That's true, and I think Gillicuddy is actually a good boy. Like I said, he's a beta. Beta fish are just really aggressive.
Right.
They don't like people coming into their territory.
Right.
So we know Gillicuddy, in his control dome, one, it's just
Yes.
water in there, right?
Yes.
Oh, in the helmet.
In the helmet? Yes.
Because obviously he needs to breathe. So, and then you were thinking for his control buttons, there's just like one switch to murder all the things.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's multiple switches, but he only looks in front of him, and the murder switch is only
Just
in front of him.
happens to be
Yeah.
frickin' Skinner. Who designed this?
Skinner.
Skinner knows what a beta fish wants.
Right.
Cited Red Rover's the tank.
Yes.
Beta Blue's like the assassin of the group.
Oh yeah, like you won't
Yes.
send him. You won't send Beta Blue for like reconnaissance missions.
No,
It's like
that you definitely would send Black Cat for.
Black Cat for sure.
You gotta hand it to Skinner though. Skinner probably put a mechanism in there or something, or did something to his brain where he's like, "Hey, these 5 friends of yours are exempt from this murder tirade you want them to do." Because I imagine there's gonna be times when they're like dealing with trying to save civilians or something, and maybe there's a few times where he gets a little reckless and almost, or maybe even hurts some of the civilians. Doesn't kill him, but like something he does to fight the bad guys.
Right.
Hurts the civilians because that's not important to him. It's just killing the bad guys.
Oh, true. Yeah.
While Red is like the exact opposite. Is like
he wants to be like,
I won't even hurt a bad guy. Like if he has a hostage.
Oh yeah. So like Kid is like the absolute moral high ground.
Yeah.
Of everybody in the group.
So here's the other question. Past enforcers, were they animals?
No, I think past enforcers have gone through a number of very similarly clad individuals.
They haven't had need them for 4,000 years.
Right.
But man, Skinner must be bored.
Oh yeah.
Which is why he came up with these mecha suits. He's been trying to develop AI.
Because maybe Skinner knows their life expectancy is only 5,000 years, and he's been alive for like 4,900. So he's trying to make these AI before he dies. The AI is not quite ready. I need good boys and girls to pilot
around this
them.
legacy. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So there we have it. So we started off with Canary Yellow, and then Tay took us to
The pickle.
the pickle.
Jerry and the pickle.
The pickle, and then Kay ended off with Beta Blue.
Gillicuddy and Beta Blue. Perfect. All right.
All right.
Well, as we said, next week we are going to be rounding this off with our 3 other characters we've come up with. So we have Black Cat and Duchess, Kit and Red Rover, and Bubbles and Pounce and Pink.
Prancin' Pink.
Prancin' Pink.
Prancin' Pink.
Sorry,
Prancin'
Prancin'
Pink.
Pink. Coming at you guys next week, so keep an eye out for that. Don't forget to leave comments.
Go, leave a comment.
Perfect.
Okay.
Go, leave a comment down below. If you have any ideas for our Sentai Pet Force Go, if you have suggestions for later episodes, go ahead and post those as well. And until then, we'll see you next time.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you want to see more videos by us, click the thumbnails. It should take you to one of our latest video antics. And, as always, be sure to like and subscribe to help us out. Or you can click here to support us over at Patreon to help us create even more quality content. Until next time, thanks again for watching.